Hey there everyone, Kyle B. Jones here, and we're going to be hanging these pictures in diagonal. We're going to start here measuring from the top to the bottom of our diagonal distance, which I think in this case was 19 inches. We're going to be using this distance when we do our layout on the wall. Here you can see the wall section that I'll be working with. I'm going to start by measuring from the left side to the right side of the opening that you want to work with to get your overall distance, which I believe here was 45 inches. The reason we're doing this is we want to find the center point. So here you can see after I found my overall distance of 45 inches, I marked my center point there at 22.5 inches. Here, using the level, we'll make a perfectly level and plumb line right on our center line all the way up. Now, similar to what we did with the width, we're going to do for our height. We're going to get our overall distance from the ceiling down to, in this case, the hanging rods, and I want to center it in that point. So get your measurement, divide it by 2, and find your center point, and then using your level, make a horizontal level line. This will give us kind of 4 quadrants, but it gives us our center point that we're going to be working off of. Now here we're going to flip the picture over so we can find our hanging point, which is not the same as the top point. So our overall was 19 inches, but to the hanging point, which is the inside of the rim there, was 18 inches, so it's down 1 inch. So here what we're going to do, we're going to start with the top picture. We're going to measure up the distance that we want between our top and our bottom picture, which in this case is 1 inch from the center point, because we want 2 inches between the top and the bottom picture. So you measure up your 1 inch, and then we're going to measure up 18 inches from there, because that's where it was from the bottom point to our hanging point, not to the top point of the picture. Side note, I had to pull out my level again because I didn't bring my plumb line all the way up. And this plumb line you can do with either a light pencil mark, or you can even do with tape if you don't want to leave any marks on the wall. Now here we're going to be putting in our drywall anchor. In this case, I like to pre-drill sort of a pilot hole with the screw first, take it out, and then actually screw in our corkscrew style drywall anchor, which are the preferred anchors that I really like to use for the ease of installation. After getting the anchor installed, put the screw back in, leaving it about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch out, enough of a lip to hang the picture on comfortably. Now hang that first picture. Using the torpedo level lined up on the outer edge of our picture, you can line that up and bring a line down parallel with that outer edge of the picture for the outside edge of our pictures. Now you want to measure the distance from the top picture parallel with the line that we just drew for the distance that we want between our pictures. In this case, it's 1.5 inches based on the measurement I took on the layout when I did the layout on the floor. So I know that this top point is going to come out 1.5 inches from the other picture. Now this point we just marked is not where our anchor point goes. This represents the top point of the picture. Remember, when we measured the back of the pictures, our anchor point is down 1 inch from the top. So using your torpedo level from the mark you just made, bring a plumb line down, and you can mark it down 1 inch. And this will be where we put our anchors. And you can do that on both sides. Now here you can use that same method of pre-drilling with the screw to create a pilot hole. Go ahead and screw in the drywall anchors. Now after putting the two screws in, again leaving them out 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch, hang both of those pictures. Now this last picture, what we can do is actually hold it up into place, line up our top point in line with that center line that we had made, and move it around until you get the spacing just right. Then using a pencil you can mark the top point. And again, this top point is the top point of the picture, not where the anchor is going. So again, measure down 1 inch from that point, and this will be where we put the anchor in. And here I'm going to show you a close-up of how I use these anchors. So using the drill with the Phillips head, pre-drill the screw through the drywall, which should go in pretty easily. Then you can hang the picture. Make sure it looks good. Make sure you like the spot for the spacing. Then remove the screw, put the drywall anchor on the Phillips head, and screw it into the wall. Make sure you have plenty of back pressure, as in you're pushing on the drill hard enough to help drive that drywall anchor into the drywall instead of just spinning. Put the last screw in and hang your final picture. Alright, and there we have it. If you found this video helpful, consider hitting that like button and subscribe for future content. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. Thanks everyone.